Nick.
And we are NV Board Gaming. And today we're looking at Viceroy. This is a 1-to-4 player game. It is designed by Yuri Zaravlev and published by Mayday Games. Nick is going to give an overview of how you play, and then we're going to give our review.
Hey, welcome to the table. We're set up for a 2-player game of Viceroy. So, to set up the game, we're going to have 2 of every color gems out here for each player. First thing they're going to do is secretly remove 2 of those gems, whatever color they would like. So let's say this player is going to remove a yellow and a red, and this player is going to remove a green and a blue. They're not going to know what they got rid of necessarily, so that's just a little secret information. So you're going to start the game with 6 gems total. There we go. Now you're going to be dealt some cards here. You're going to have Laar cards. You're going to have 3 of those Laar cards. They're going to be free placements in the game. Both players are going to have 3 of those. And both players are going to have 4 of the cards from this deck. So I already shuffled these. So I'm dealing out 4 here and 4 here. What you're going to do is you're going to pick 2 from your hand. 1 you're going to want to place face out right away and get the reward shown. The other one you're just going to put in your hand so you can play later. So let's just say I am using these 2 cards. This one's going to be played, and this one will be in my hand. The other 2 are in a discard. Put those away. This player is doing the same thing. And keeping that one's discarded. So now we start our first row of our little tableau here. We're going to get the rewards shown. In this case, my player will get 4 gems of my choosing, whatever color I would like. So I'll just grab these 4, for example. And this is the only time we don't have to actually pay the cost for putting that. And this player is going to grab 3 victory points. So they'll just grab one of those tokens up here that shows 3 victory points. I like to place it on the card. You can do what you like. But I just place whatever I get on the card. Easy to remember. All right, so now the flow of the game. We're going to go ahead and deal 4 cards out under all of these gems. And then we're going to bid. We have a little auction phase. So to do the auction phase, we are going to secretly pick one of these gems, correlating with what card underneath what gem we want. So if I wanted this card, I have to bid a yellow. You only bid 1 regardless. It isn't a game where I can bid more than that and try to outbid your opponent. It is just holding out, showing which one you want. If you guys don't match, then then each of you are going to take the card that you would like, that you matched up with. If you do match, you throw these away and we redo it. We can converse, we can try to make a deal, but it's not compulsory. So you do not have to hold up your end of the bargain. But so it's like a little, little bluffing you could do. Anyway, let's say that we did not match. I spent a yellow, they spent a green. They're going to get a green card for their hand. I'm going to get the yellow card for my hand. Now we can develop. So I look at my cards. If I would like to play one of these, I would have to play it on level 1 because there isn't a pyramid, because you're building out a pyramid. So level 1, I would look at my cards. I might want to play a green right there, or I have both greens. So I'm going to actually play this one. It's going to cost me a green token because it's a level 1, and I'll show that in the camera. So if I build this on level 1, it'll just cost a green. If I build it on level 2, it'll cost a blue and a green. Level 3, a yellow, blue, green, and so forth. And these are the rewards to the right. So I'll place this down after I spend a green. I don't know if I already spent one, but who cares? Alternatively, I could spend one of these Laar cards, and these are actually free to play, but they don't give you any of the side rewards. They do give you little bonuses on them. So you can just place these as opposed to paying something and playing later. Okay. Once both players have developed, we're going to move these up, and these will have 1 last chance to be bid on, and 4 more are coming out. and we're gonna do the same thing. We're gonna bid, but now, if we were both to bid on, let's say, a red or a blue over here where there's two, then we don't necessarily lose our gem. We can discuss which one we want and try to bargain that way. So it doesn't necessarily mean we're gonna lose them. Maybe I'll get this and that my opponent will get that. We talk about that. If we cannot come to an agreement, we're both gonna lose them, just like normal. Now, let's go over these colors here. These colors on the corners, if I were looking at getting her, I would try to place this level 2, a green and a red. And if I did, I would put it right there and I would have a full circle of green. That gives me a reward of a green gem, just doing that. There also could give you bonuses. So if you were to get, let's see if we have one out here. Here's one. This one's a yellow bonus. But all of those will give you 4 victory points if you do the yellow circles, if you put this card out at a level 4. And there are a bunch of things that give you bonuses. So you're going to look at, there's magic right here, these scrolls. Those give you multipliers. You can see those in the game as well. The multipliers here, other side. And these cards do that. That's all magic does, is gives you multipliers. Attacks, they will, at the end of the game, if you hold on to them. If you don't hold on to them, you can just take a card. You don't have to show the gem. You actually show the sword, and you just go ahead and take. So if I went to show one of these, that just means I take what I want. Alternatively, you can use them for end game scoring, so you can attack your opponents. For every sword that they have not defended with a shield, shields on the other side of this, so if they earn shields in the game as well to defend those swords, for every sword that gets through without a shield, it's -4 points for your opponent. So you pick who you're going to attack with these. So the shields are good to defend that. There's also science. They look like gears. They're the opposite side of the magic. Science is if you were to pass on the bid. So you've seen me bid with a token or a gem, I should say. If I decided to bluff and not bid anything, I get 3 gems. Plus 1 for every science token I have. So if I did that and had 4 science tokens, I'm going to have 7 gems to pick from. Also, if you did not want to develop on this phase where I developed and spent the gems to develop, I can skip that, forego it, and choose to pass. Or I can discard a card I don't think I'm going to play ever and get 2 gems of my choice. Other actions, so let's look at a card here. Here we can get another card out of the smaller deck, because at the beginning we have 48 cards in this large deck, and the game's going to keep going until this deck runs out. Then when we deal out the last set of 4, the next round is the last one. So you're going to deal. You can take from the small deck, or you can take a law card if you get that reward. These are the gems of your choice. These are the magic. And these are the victory points. Simple. And that about covers it. So we're going to keep playing the end game scoring. I'll go ahead and show you that. So for your infinity symbols or your complete circles, you're going to get points if you have those tokens that give you points. You can get points sometimes for law cards. They can give you end game points. The victory point totals on all your cards. The multipliers for magic. Having a complete set of magic, shield, and gear give you 12 points each. And the -4 modifiers, if unguarded, will give you -4. You can see here, somebody got attacked here. -4 for each attack that gets through on you. Winner is whoever has the most victory.
All right, review time for Viceroy. You know, not a lot of people talk about Viceroy. I hear it mentioned occasionally. I know they have a new game coming out. The designer has a new game coming out. Winter Queen, I think it's called. But this one, I'll give it pros and cons. Pros, I like the auction mechanism. I like how it's not, I can bid 3 yellow and win that. I like it's just a color straight up, then we work it out amongst ourselves. I like that. I approve of that. That's a different way to do auctions than most games, I believe. So I like that mechanism. I like the artwork. Yeah, it's a little generic, but it looks nice. Everyone has a unique character. I'm not going to see the same character on all the cards. The cards look good. It's a unique shape. I like that. I like the appearance on the table. There's a lot of good things about this game. Negatives, well, there's only so much you can do. I mean, your actions are pretty repetitive. I don't know. It's not. I don't have that much negative. It's just there's not all that much meat to the bones, I'd say. So you kind of, it's not the replay value. It might not be there. It's not a game that's gonna hit the table very often. But sometimes you're gonna get in the mood for it. It doesn't take very long to play. So when you are in the mood for it, it does. It does the job well. I'm scoring it a 7.9. And I would recommend you try this one. So it's not when I bought it, I think it was $20 maybe, and I thought that was a fair price. What you're getting this, it's definitely worth $20 to me. So if you see it for $20, sure, pick it up. I don't know your own budget; you have to determine that yourself. But for me, $20, the game's worth it. So I recommend this game. I like it a lot. So it's my review.
Oh, I agree with a lot that Nick had to say. My pros with it are the functionality of the auction. I like that as well. I like that you can work it out, be diplomatic with people, figure out a solution is nice. Just the way that you secretly bid, you can bid nothing, get resources. That's nice. You're not starving for resources, because there are some games that you play where it is just impossible to get the things you need to build stuff. This one, you really have all the options. And then another thing that you have to consider, which I appreciate, is that you want to get the gem completed and complete the quadrant at the bottom of your card by stacking up and building the pyramid, and then being mindful of the cost you have to pay for each level. I think that's a considerate thing, and everybody keeping everything a secret is kind of neat as well, where you don't know fully what people have. And there's a lot of times Nick will look over, he likes to pretend he doesn't because I do a very exaggerated look, but he looks over and likes to see what I have, and then he works against me based on that.
Talking about the cards?
No, I'm talking about like if you knew what resources I had, then you would use it to your advantage. But in this game it's hidden behind a little shield, so that's a good thing for keeping secrets from someone. So I appreciate that. One thing I dislike is the lack of player interaction. There's nothing really. Everyone's kind of just doing their own thing. So when we were playing it at 2 players or we could see what each other was doing, but with 4, I wasn't really like scoping out each person around the table and really caring about their pyramids at all. And I would exaggerate, like, okay, I'm paying 4 for this, or I'm paying for this, or I'm doing this, just so people would know that I'm doing things fairly and announcing what it is that I'm doing. But you don't really even have to. Like, you don't have to tell people what your new ability is, your new law, because it doesn't impact anyone else.
Yeah, unless you want to take forever in the game and everyone does it turn by turn, like what you just acquired. What are you doing? All right, what are you doing? But
we were doing it simultaneously on a trust system, which there's nothing wrong with that, but I just like more player interaction. I like to feel affected by what other people do in a game, and it just kind of felt like we were all doing our own little game, except for, I guess you could say, the bidding. That obviously
that's interactive. At the end of the game when you can stab people and lose 4 points. But
oh yeah, I got stabbed.
Yeah. Because you're the only one without defense.
Yeah, I didn't think people would stab me because I didn't even know anyone was there.
Because
we were playing.
Yeah, because the swords are behind. If you don't use them, they're behind your board too, your shield. So Tim had a sword, he stabbed you, and that was that.
Yeah, that happened.
So there's some interaction. It's not when you're playing your tableau, there's not really much interaction, because if you get 4 gems, all you're saying is I'm getting 4 gems.
Maybe I'm looking for more attention when I play. I want
all eyes on awesome move.
Yeah, look at the combo I just put together. No. So I guess that for that reason I would agree with Nick on trying it out. If you see it at a good sale price, perhaps pick it up. It is very easy to learn. It's not that difficult to teach. We were able to get it played very quickly without having to really go over things over and over again. And
score.
Oh, and the score. How could I forget? Oh my gosh. I'm going to give it a 7.8. I almost gave the same score as you. So I'm feeling very much the same as Nick about this one.
Solid score.
Give it a try. It's a good game. It's fair. I like it. I would play it again. I liked it at 4 players, even though it didn't feel like we were doing much against each other. It scaled
well. I played it at 2, 3, and 4. It scaled well. So another good thing. So if you see it for $20 like I did, just take it.
So yeah, thank you so much for tuning in today. We hope that you liked this video. If you did, just give it a big thumbs up and subscribe to our channel if you have not already. We really appreciate if you would. Thank you and have a good day.
Thank you. We'll take a small thumb up too.
Yeah, little one, little baby one.
Bye.
Bye.